Hi, welcome to the Freeman Conversations. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And we are very privileged because we have with us live here in the Freeman Conversations, the pride of Cebu and the pride of the Philippines, Margielyn Didal. Thank you very much, Margie.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us and congratulations. Pakpak sa diha. We actually have live audience here. If you have questions for Margielyn, please feel free to write them down in the comment section because we will be talking here about her experience in the Asian Games and of course, her plans in the future. Congratulations once again. Thank you for making the country and Cebu proud. Kumusta na? Dagang ay tao ganiya ang imong heroes welcome sa lahog.
So, overwhelming kayo pag-abot na kay layo pa gani. Naaras sa skywalk ni Bogtanan. Estudyante na pa ba ano yan?
Nag-expect ka? Ay,
Wala.
nakakalagan?
Wala. Ganyan yung ulo kay James at Margielaw.
You are now an instant celebrity, so to speak. Na-feel mo nga celebrity na. You've been through many interviews. So, ato sa isgutan, before we go to your Asian Games experience, atong isgutan ang beginning sa imong interest sa skateboarding. Yung sa mga pagsugod, where did this begin?
Una kay na curious ako about anong skate mo. Okay. Sa mag-ipamatyan akong musuway ka. Mga taong i-try niya. Nakuhan sila kaya ng pagsakay yun na parang kuhan normal na ganyan, komportable kay murag. Sana lang, muduwa ko ba? Kasi muduwa, dili ko, first time ko na ako. Namin dili ko, every weekend, dili sa UP. Sa UP na ako po nag-start.
So dito ka nakakita so good?
Ay, the beach and dance ako mama sa St. Terry's.
Okay.
Sa Cebuanos.
Okay.
Nga, may magdatuto. Every time nasugod ko sa mama magharinag, mantika para sa quick quick. Lugay ikaw maabot. After pila ka oras, kusitan ko. Lugay mga ka. Nakuha na, natugal sa harinag sa mantika.
By the way, of course, atong i-acknowledge kay mo gini sila hinungdan nga nung natadali karon. Your parents, Margielyn's parents are also here with us tonight. Mr. Lito and Ma'am Julie, they're here. And of course, the family of Margie. Yeah, please, show them on camera. And our guests tonight, say hi, we're live. We're live here. And of course, also,
Sir Pato.
yes, yeah, he will be joining us later on. Sir, please.
I'll just say hello.
Hello,
Cebu.
But he will be speaking
Mabuhay
with us.
Cebu.
He will be speaking with us in a while, sir.
I'll join you now.
Okay, sure.
2 minutes only.
Okay, joining us also here in the Freeman Conversations is the manager of Margielyn, Anthony Claraval. He's over there, and of course, the Secretary General of the Philippine Olympic Commission, Mr. Patrick Grigorio. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'd like to speak with you first before we go further with Margie. What are the plans now with the POC?
Well, POC, we're very happy. We got 4 gold medals.
Correct, yes.
From 4 women.
Yes, yes.
And and to be very honest, some people say we're surprised that Margielyn won. But actually, she was our secret weapon.
I see. POC was not surprised at all.
No.
That she won.
Now it can be told.
Okay.
Because she assured us.
Before as well as
6 months ago, she assured us.
That she will get the gold.
She said, give me the break, give me the training, give me the exposure, give me the opportunity, I will give you a gold.
and thanks for trusting us
Yeah.
and believing us.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And it was our best kept secret.
Okay.
Together with Anthony and the Skateboard Federation, Monty, we Coach Danny, we were keeping it our best kept secret. But
Now the secret is out.
the secret is out. I'm sure the opponents will prepare for Tokyo Olympics. Margie has to work very hard.
But
She has
before
to
the
focus.
Tokyo Olympics, I heard she will also still be joining the Southeast Asian Games.
If 3 other countries will join.
Okay.
But because for you to have this event in the Southeast Asian Games, you need 4 countries.
Okay.
But if they're afraid of Margie, they will not join. There's no contest.
Okay.
But we will try our best.
Okay.
But that second challenge is the skate park.
I see.
We don't have that yet. We have to rush that.
Okay.
That's why outside I'm talking to the big bosses of the third bridge, the Metro Pacific Tollways.
Okay.
I told them please donate the skate park. So, but you know what's important, and I want the viewers to understand this. I want Margielyn to know this. You know, the best is yet to come. Winning the Asian Games gold, it's difficult.
Yes.
Mahirap.
But it's just the
To-
start, I'm sure.
To win the Olympic gold, it seems impossible. We do not have a single gold medal in the Olympics. But like what Margie said, we'll make it possible. That is also the promise of Anthony of New Balance.
That's a promise we have to keep in mind.
As long as we work hard,
Okay.
stay focused, no
Yeah.
distractions. She has to continue training. She has to do scientific work. She has to stay focused. Work very, very hard.
Okay.
Because if we win that Olympic gold, I think she can imagine everything in her life already. I think we all know that.
Yeah.
If the first Filipino athlete will give us that first Olympic gold, maybe that person will have a statue beside Jose Rizal.
So the biggest
Di ba
challenge
yun sa
now.
UP?
Yeah.
Di ba sa
Or
UP?
occasion.
So occasion ng UP also.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge now you've mentioned earlier is the availability of facilities.
Yes.
The skate park.
Anthony, you have to join me here. This is not technical stuff. No. What's up? And no, you can stay there.
Hindi ka pwedeng muhawa dili.
But for me, I want to thank Cebu.
Yes, please.
Cebuanos, take care of Margielyn. Okay, I love Cebu. I lived here for 6 years.
Yes.
I was the GM of Waterfront. This is my favorite restaurant, Yayo's Grill. Nag-advertise pa. And my favorite newspaper.
Thank you very much.
Okay? Freeman, mabuhay. So you have to take care of Margie. We all have to take care of Margie.
Yes.
Because if we take care of her, she will take care of herself, and she will work very hard to get that goal. Right?
Correct. Joining us live in the panel
Go.
is the. Thank you very much, Sir Patrick Grigorio, the Secretary General of the Philippine Olympic Commission, and now taking his place here is the manager of Margielyn, Anthony Claraval. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. I was just asking Sir Patrick earlier about the biggest challenge in the training. We don't have the facility yet here. How are we going to go about that?
Well, I mean, it's really, you know, Margie got to this point without a proper facility in Cebu. You know, in preparation for Asian Games, we've taken her to Hong Kong, we've taken her to Indonesia, Malaysia, Taiwan, the U.S. She went to Europe. You know, we've been everywhere because there's nothing here.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things is if there's going to be a scene in Cebu, or if Margie's going to spend more time here, there has to be a proper skateboard facility.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah.
The Olympics is 2 years away. You know, and that's her goal. Right now, because Asian Games was the very first Olympic skateboarding event. Right now, today, Margie is the #1 ranked Olympic female skateboarder.
Not bad. Not bad.
without a home facility.
Yeah.
So if Margie has to be at home with mom and dad, she needs somewhere here to train.
Yeah.
If not, she has to go to Hong Kong, Indonesia, the United States, really, and that's a shame.
But of course, I think that's going to be your plan A, because definitely you cannot rush coming up with a facility to train.
But you cannot rush it, but you cannot have skateboarding in the SEA Games without a proper facility.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sir Patrick also mentioned earlier that she needs to do something scientific. What does that mean exactly in her training for the next 2 years?
Well, you know, skateboarding, you know, I've been skateboarding for 30 years, 32 years, working skateboard for 25 years. It started really, you know, it's a passion, it's fun. You know, we all skateboard for, you know, it's just fun. There's no science to it. You know, you ride your skateboard, you do tricks, you have fun with your friends.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you know, when you talk about the Olympics, you talk about the sports, professional sports. There's a lot of, you know, even nutritionists.
Correct.
fitness, health training, all of that is a part of it that traditionally wasn't part of skateboarding.
Okay.
But now that it's entered in the last, I'd say 5 to 10 years, it started to slowly come in, and you see, skaters who are developing upper body strength, more conditioning, more stamina, really getting to the next level, becoming athletes.
Yeah.
So it's a two-edged sword. Skateboarding is not a sport. But if it's in the Olympics, it is
Must
kind of
be
a
a
sport.
sport, yeah, yeah.
We're skaters. Margie's a skater. She's a pure street skater. There's nothing here in Cebu. There's no good facilities. She got to this level because she's a great street skater. But now she has to make the transition into a real athlete.
Okay.
Right? A world-class athlete,
Okay.
an Olympic athlete. So
Okay.
that means bringing in the science of sports, bringing in, the same conditioning that football players, basketball players have, and adding it to what she already does.
Give us specifics. What kind of conditioning?
I mean, like I said, the muscles that you use for skateboarding. It's your core and it's your legs.
Okay.
Your legs, your feet, your core. That's what skateboarding is. Skateboarding is riding your skateboard, manipulating your skateboard with your legs to do tricks.
Okay.
When you bring in conditioning and a total body workout, strengthening the core, that's gonna help your skateboarding. That's something that people maybe they don't realize if it's for skating for fun.
Yeah,
but
because
this
for the
is
longest
really
time, it's
important.
always has been for fun.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun because A, there's nowhere to do it, so you're fighting in the streets to get a place. B, you can't really earn money in the Philippines for being a good skateboarder. You have to go
Right.
overseas.
Yeah.
So of course it's fun because if it's something more than fun, you're not here.
Okay, so tonight you had a very sumptuous dinner with lechon and pochero and all those stuff. For the next 2 years, what can Margie expect as far as nutrition is concerned? Because that will definitely play a very important
sure.
factor
For sure.
in her
Well,
training.
there's two things. Marge is 19 years old. She's got a high metabolism. She's just like, most 19-year-olds. She can eat whatever she wants.
Okay.
She loves McDonald's. She loves Jollibee. She loves sweets, as everyone does. You know what I mean? But you can't really do that. So
Yeah.
everything in moderation, and I think that's something where. You need to eat cleaner, you need to eat healthier. Unfortunately, that costs money too. It's not so accessible.
True.
So it's a new way of learning and a new way of thinking. It's learning a new trick on a skateboard or learning how the best things to eat. Same thing. So
Yeah.
Margie understands that, and she understands like, hey, it's fuel for your body. And this is how it. This is how your body wants to perform at the top level. It needs top level fuel. But it doesn't mean that she can't enjoy Filipino food. You know what I mean? I mean, I love Filipino food, but it might not be healthy all the time.
Yeah. Okay, just to give the viewers an idea, how did you prepare for the Asian Games? What kind of preparation was it? And how different will it be now preparing for the Olympics?
Well, there's two things, right? One is mental, and then one is physical, right? So mentally, or I guess physically, it's bringing her to good facilities, letting her skate the top contests,
Yeah.
letting her skate the top skate parks, letting her go to Woodward, which is like the best skate camp in the world.
Where are these?
So this is we went to the UK.
Okay.
She competed in the United States. She trained in the United States. We went to Indonesia, Malaysia, Taiwan, all over. That's a concrete, like showing her what skateboarding is.
Exposure.
Exposure, exactly. Letting her see a contest with the same format, judging format as Asian Games, so she knows. Okay, this is what you have to do to succeed. This is how it works. I see other skaters doing it. Okay, I understand. Instead of just watching it online or talking about it, it's experiencing it is a whole different thing.
Correct, yeah.
And then there's the mental aspect. The mental aspect is first allowing Margie to know how good of a skateboarder she is. That she really truly letting her understand that she can win. That there's really no reason that she can't be on the podium.
Yeah.
So then she realizes that the possibility is there, and then you show her what the other level is. Who are the best girl skateboarders in the world.
Okay.
She skated with Mariah Duran, Jen Soto, Alexis Sablon, Letitia Buffoni. These are like household names, best skaters in the world. So she saw them live. She knows what tricks they can do. She's seen what they're good at, what they're not good at. She understands, okay, what she has to work with what she has to improve, and also what her strengths are. You know, she has tricks that none of these girls have done. They have tricks that she can't do, so she's trying to learn the tricks that she can't do, and perfect the ones that she can. So you know, I guess that's it in a nutshell.
Okay.
Yeah. So
For the benefit also
if
for
you
viewers,
want to know more, you have to actually pay.
of course.
Joke.
Of course. Okay, how did you
5
guys
kilos.
meet each other?
So
How did you become her?
So I was based in New York, Hong Kong. I was based in Hong Kong, working there, filming skateboarding, working on skateboarding. A good friend of mine has a shop called 852 in Hong Kong, and a good friend of ours, Danny Bautista, was a young kid working at the shop and one of the skaters for 852. He was about 15 years old when I met him. When he turned 18, he went to University of San Carlos here in Cebu. His parents sent him here.
Okay.
So he's 18 years old, and I was like, okay, when you go to Cebu, I'm going to visit you. I've never been to Cebu. Came out here, skated with him. His friends started a skate park called Concave. I'm sure Margie's told the story how she started going to Concave. Not really a skateboarder, but she was attracted to it. And Daddy would tell me like, hey, there's this little girl in Cebu, and she's really cool. She skates really good. She's learning really fast. At the time, I was filming and editing skateboard videos, working with the top skateboarders in the world, and it was a cool story. But she wasn't on that level yet, so there was really no reason for me to. There was no way for us to collaborate. 2 years ago, I started the program, New Balance Skateboard, New Balance Numeric program here in Southeast Asia, in Asia Pacific, and I knew girl skateboarding was going to be huge in the future. I knew, I wanted to find the best ambassadors for skateboarding. The best.
What made you say it's going to be huge here?
Well, because I just, skateboarding, the way it's going, there's a shift. In the United States and Europe, in Australia, skateboarding is huge, right? It's not something that like society in general, parents, schools, governments. It's not something that they really invest in.
Correct. Yeah.
So, but in Asia, it's different. For something to be popular, I think that the government level, schools, parents, they have to embrace it. For it to be big in Asia, and that's across the board, whether it's China, Singapore, the Philippines, Malaysia. It's very important that the society and the family approve of it, of something, for it to be really big.
Okay.
When skateboarding was announced that it was going to be in the 2020 Olympics, I knew that was going to change. That was going to be where governments could say, hey, this is something we want to promote. If the government wants to promote it, schools will promote it. If schools and the government are promoting it, parents will say, hey, that's a worthwhile thing. So I knew that was coming, and also, you can't stop. Women empowerment and what there's gender rules and what's happening in society. Women are just as good as men as in everything.
Of course.
And I really feel like where that that segment of skateboarding, it's always been really male dominated. I really felt that women are gonna discover and take to skateboarding in a big way, especially in Asia, where there's more gender roles, more defined gender roles. I just thought that. Again, with the Olympics, because it's men and women, the male side of skateboarding, professional skateboarding, is huge and high. The level is high, and there has to be a move to bring up the level of female skateboarding.
That's right.
And that's something that's going to happen. So.
Margie, what's your mga challenges? What were the challenges preparing for the Asian Games?
Challenges daghan kay
So training
sa
with,
special training.
with your mentor here.
Special training kinahanglan jud mo gawas diri sa Pinas. Training sa kon kay wala man gitay skate park diri. So mo na pinaka lisod nga challenges ako kay layo pero sa pamilya. Kinahanglan ko mo travel nga daghan.
And you're very young. Was it the first time you were away from family?
Hindi. Kay
Lagan.
Lagan. Yeah. Pero gusto ko
You know what lagan means, Coach? Someone who is always away from home. Always wanders around. Okay, go ahead.
Kay first na compete gawas sa Cebu kay ito Tacloban. Yang kung mamawala to kay Bao, nilaka siya to, nahilot. Yang papa rin na dito gawang igsuon ko nga, nakoy lakon, nagdako basta kay baw pagkaugma ato sa kabaw naog taklo ba ni compete kinaka
Wala
umana
mo
sa
magana ng hit.
kay di mo ko sumtan.
That's right, because when we spoke to your parents
Yeah.
also, to your mom, in one of our interviews, that they were very hesitant to support you in the first place because they really wanted you to focus on studies first. So, unsa man yung encourage nimo to just go on with the sport and stop school for a while?
Ganahan lang siya kay nindot siya nga the best way to escape problems. Kung sa kuan pa, kung every time magduwa ka kay more malipayon kay ba? Yan, nasa ng mga barkada. Yan, matambag ko ning mga na.
It gives you a certain high, kumbaga, skating.
Oo, niya. Katupad nga time, kay mga kwarta po ko ba, instead nga matag school, na magsik pa kay kwarta ni mamang papa or mga big. Sama kay ato na kog skate, mag-compete na lang ko para maka-earn ko kwarta, o makahatag, o makatabang ko nila ba.
Katong pagsugod ni mong skate when you were starting to skate, was it already in your mind na you want to compete in a national level perhaps or international? Aware na baka ato man na in ani kataas na competition?
Kaya ba kung manay taas na competition pero wala ko gadam na ma-appeal ko, mo-compete ko ang kwan sa unang kayo ng igor ako matanaw sa mga idol sa YouTube or bisag sa dito sa live mismo pero si Aunt o uban tao kay ilang gipa-experience ko nga mo compete against sa mga idol. O mo to sinagdanan sa tanan sa
So when you met your mentor, Sir Anthony, how was it at first?
Amazing, right?
What kind of
Hindi na siya kayo basta sige taon.
What kind of mentor is he? As
Nana-
far as skating is concerned.
Nanay ta mura siya pay kasi kung mahal siya papanak ko or mama kay ba siya sa kinanglan ug unsay dapat na kong buhaton ug unsay mas maayo na para nako. So siya the best niya nga ako di lang as a mentor, as a brand manager of NBU Asia, siya nag-atiman o naglihok sa tanan. 2 years ago, wala ko passport o ID. Siya mo ni ko niya, o kuhaan siya tanan ni gasto. Kaya lagi, lisod mi, siya ni kuhaan tanan o help ni Ate Sam, o sa bantaw. Sila mo nilihok sa passport, ID, visa, para magkantog lang yung asod.
All your documents. What kind of promise did you see in her, Sir Anthony?
I mean, probably like, you know, if you ask Margie's mom, if you ask Margie's mom or Margie's dad, I think they would probably tell you if Margie has an idea in her head, if she has a desire, if she has a passion, she's gonna do it whether they like it or not. You can't tell her no. You can't say no to Margie. I've tried to say no a few times. And so, you know, that's one of the things. She has a determination, she has a drive. You can't do anything unless you really want something.
Yeah.
Number 2 is, she's a great skateboarder. I saw her skate for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and I was like, all right, she's on the team.
Okay, let's go to your lessons and realizations from the Asian Games. What were our realizations from there?
I mean, you know, you look at the level, you look at the level of skateboarding, of girl skateboarding, and you know, it's in its infancy. So one of the things that I saw there was that there's different levels, you know, for different countries where all the girls are at. On the men's side, the level was super high. It was very, very difficult. For the women, there was you know, the playing field is it's a little bit more even. But what I did notice there is that, you know, Margie skated by herself for herself. You know, her final score was 30.4. That's insane. That was a score on a par with what the men's side did. You know,
I see.
And so, you know, I really, my takeaway was that, you know,
What was the highest did you expect her to get?
I mean, like as far as a score or
Yes.
placing.
The score and the placement.
Well, I mean, you know, it's really it depends on the level. So she got a 30.4. The next girl, Kaya, amazing skater from Japan, who also rides for New Balance, she got 25 points.
That's quite the disparity.
Yeah, so it's quite a disparity. So, you know, Margie, all she needed to do was just stay ahead, but she was, you know, really far ahead. So that means that really, I think she's ready. She's ready to take the lessons that she learned at like Street League and X Games, and now Asian Games, and to compete against the top girls in the world. I mean, it sounds crazy. It sounds like a little bit. It sounds a little bit. I don't know. Like I'm kind of hesitant because I don't want to say too much.
Yes.
But you have to believe,
Yeah.
and I believe that Margie was the best, and she skated the best that day, and I think she's ready. So,
Sir Patrick told us earlier that they were, to a certain extent, not surprised that she actually won the gold, because prior to the games, she actually assured them, as long as they will support her, she will get the gold for the Philippines.
I mean, they asked me. We had a meeting. They asked me, what are the chances of Margie getting a medal in Asian Games? I said 100%. And they said, okay, 100%. Wow, that's pretty good. What are the chances of her getting gold? I said 100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how confident you were.
That's how
skills.
that's how confident I pretended to be. That's how confident I was. But then they looked at Margie. I said 100%. Then they looked at Margie and she's like, yep. So it wasn't just me, it was her. You gotta believe it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta believe
So
it.
as they say, believing that you will win is actually already winning half the battle.
Yeah.
The mindset. Marge, kasi may mga lessons. What were the lessons from the Asian Games?
Lesson, kung mangandoy naman ang gani ka, especially event, ato na dyan ka sa top. Kaya nga na ato makasubos kung pwede naman ka mangandoy ito sa kinatasaki kung mahulog ka, ato ka sa kadua or katulog.
That's true, that's true.
Pero nga nung dili man ka man to sa top, if ganahan dyan kayo mo dyan ang parikamutan nga, ikaw dyan to nga sa top.
Pag-abot mo dito sa Indonesia, what kind of pressure, or did you even feel pressure competing?
Wala.
Representing the Philippines? No pressure at all?
Ah.
Wow!
Kay, sige naman mag-squad, compete, pero I mean, dako siya na event,
Ah,
especially nakata ng all kind of sports is there.
yeah?
Og first time na skateboarding, pero nag-compete man ko per migod ka na even locally against men. So, komportable na ko kay babae akong kontra dito. Pero ako na sang gino na nga, laki akong kontra, mausap to akong confident.
Imong mindset.
Oo.
So if you can conquer the men, you can conquer your fellow women.
Yeah. Pero ako
Okay.
na pag gino na nga, lalaki ka pa na akong kontra just to make sure.
Kung sa may atong what are the realizations as a Filipino athlete? Kaya
Sige to.
atong mga na-realize as a Filipino competing internationally.
I mean, nahamagid ng pressure og ka na kakulba, especially representing sa imong country. Pero if ganahan ni mo your percent, 100%. Tanan kung nagtanaw dira sa tanang atleta, dili sa sayo ng ilang giagian.
I'm sure,
Agi
yes.
pa kalisod, training, life, pamilya, na panay basher, stress, unsa pa may mga problema diha. Pero tanang athletes or especially mga Pinoy, daghan siya nagyagian. You know, na nila ingan nga, naana ka na oportunidad, dali na kayo naman nakuha, sa'yo na kayo pagkakuha, dali na
We
nakuha.
don't know the backstory.
Pero wala sila kay Bao. Ila ra nakitaan nga, ni success ka, wala sila kita ni mo nga, niyagi ka hard time o bad time ko.
Sir, let's talk about the criticisms and the bashing. Marge mentioned earlier that all athletes perhaps get this. How did you overcome the challenges of criticisms?
I mean, I don't know if you can overcome, the challenges and criticism. I mean, if you're, it's like, it's crazy. She won a gold medal and everyone loves her. Then that's the standard, the gold standard, and anything less is going to be like criticism.
Yeah.
So I think it's just something that you have to realize. It's like, it doesn't. The only thing that matters is Margie, that skateboard, and that goal. That's it. All the rest of it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what people say. The only thing that matters is the judges at that contest.
That's true.
Yeah. So I've told her before, and I really believe this. You can't be everyone's best friend.
Yes.
You can't make everyone happy.
Yes.
You have to make yourself happy. That's the number one thing. And if you're happy, then it's going to reflect in the rest of your life. I think that's a lesson that we all know. I mean, you can't take everything to heart, but you're a human being. You have feelings. If somebody says something negative, it's going to affect you.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean? So don't beat yourself up too hard.
Yeah.
And don't forget that for every person that has a criticism, there's 1,000 that want you to succeed and are looking forward to your success too. So,
Ikaw, Marge, yun sa mali mo pag kanang mga criticism, mga bashing, active ba ka sa Facebook? Or Twitter?
Active man pero
Katong nag-training pa?
nag-training sakto or more focus ko
Ah.
nga mo mag-training ug maayo mas mamaayo pa. I mean, naman sa kayo madaot nga kanang mga comments na mo share madaog ka or mapildi sa imong mga event nga nihipilan. Pero most on skater kay madaog mapildi ka, supportahan ka nila. Pero ambot na sa uban nga sports kay nakalibawat rin nga na. Pero nakuan, every time na mag-training, focus sa job ko. Yung ako ra pong gi-enjoy. O, sa pa.
Kung sa may mga ritual, na kayo mga ritual during training,
Sir,
na kayo ka na mamag-uban
Di ka
na,
maligo,
o
or-
maligo, or na favorite shirt, na food, na kinahanglan yung kanon, what are your personal,
maligo man sa nun ko. Maligo po ko eh. Hindi makalimot. Pero, ako witness kay kanon ragid rice.
rice? Oh.
Pinoy. Pinoy kay ba?
Weakness atong tanan.
Nagbisa. Oh. Bisag asa ko butang basta na rice. Okay,
Bites
iba
na
na.
bites.
Makasurvive
Bites
ka.
na
Bahala. Bisag, anak pa lang ang gamay. Basta gani ka na ang rice. Okay na ko.
Okay, question diri. Nako na kay post sa una nga stop hating, start supporting. Please explain. Kung say pasabot atong
Kay,
post.
naman sa upan good kay ang botog kaninga page. Dahil na kay ko kay mapikhan niya ko.
Ella, no names, no
Na,
names.
tawa. Nagatawa yun. Peter. Peter.
In general,
In general, kay naman ngayon ko nga, mga skater, mga damak, mga gawan,
Okay.
pasagad lang, dili kay ba matiman, sige daw cutting, more na igo o gamay kay, mga nang taon na. Pero, anak ko kay, sayop ilang kuhan, good. Okay naman ta, mo judge mo sa skater, pero ayaw sa pataka o ka ng storya ba, nga dayon lang, kaya wala mo kay bang sikikuan na nila. Pero maligo sa taon mi, okay, paningot ba mong buhaton. So, muna, huwag ilang tanong kay kanang singot ba sa asahin na. Kay, di sa baby ka nang, ang agmag toksido may magduwa.
Correct, yeah.
Nga, ang...
So, ilan ang mga wrong impressions?
Oo, anak ko. Nakayuban nga, bisag nakadaog ka, pangitaan kag bad side or weakness or unsa pa na
Yeah.
nga maibash lang ka or nasay makapit nimo.
Yeah.
Matagad nimo sila ba?
Because Sir Anthony said earlier, you can never please everyone. So, karon, kung sa imong ikastorya sa mga bashers, sa
Hello!
mga criticize, masama.
Padayon lang yapon mo pang bash kay ma-famous pa may mahayo.
Okay, what's next for March after the very successful?
there's
Not
there's
yet,
a lot.
not yet success.
There's a lot of events and there's a lot of trips planned. There's a lot of things leading up to the next major contest, which is in January in Brazil. That's the next street league contest with 100% points going towards Olympic ranking.
Okay.
Number one is spend a little bit of time with her family. She just had a really good Asian Games. She won a gold medal. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. And then I guess jump back into when you say training with skateboarding, it's a little bit weird. Training. Skateboarding is fun, man. Skateboarding is the number one thing I wish I could be doing if I'm sitting in an office or if whatever you want to skate. You know what I mean? So it's like you want to be around it. So it's not really training. It's not like a sacrifice. It's not like it's really hard. I mean, hopefully you make the process fun, and then that's part of it. So I hesitate to use a strict training regimen. She's gonna skate a lot more stuff, have more fun, travel. Skate with some
more
friends.
rice.
Eat more rice.
More rice.
You'll be
maybe eat less rice.
That's right. You'll be with her for the next 2 years, leading to the Olympics.
I'll be with
sure.
her. Yeah.
For sure.
I'll be with her. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, I have a full-time job. I'm not with Margie. I'm not with Margie every day.
Yeah.
But I think developing what she needs to do I'm
That's the
blessed.
best
I'm
one.
lucky. I have other skaters on the team. Sandro Dharma from Indonesia. He got a silver medal. One of the most naturally talented skateboarders in Asia. Great kid. Great skateboarder. I'm lucky to have him to ride for New Balance also. Kaya from Japan. She got the silver.
Yeah,
Great
the
skater.
silver, yeah.
You know, Jasper Doors, Dan Lung. There's a bunch of guys on my team. So you know, I'd like to do, you know, Mac and Jeff here in the Philippines. I'd like to do something with all of them. You know, it's not just about just Margie. A big part of it is that Danny Bautista is now the coach for the Filipino team, and so it's kind of full circle. And he's somebody who, I mean, I trust him personally, and he's learning what the role is and everything. And so he's going to be in the future a conduit, you know, to like training and everything. So you know, it's not as serious as it sounds. This conversation sounds really serious. Training,
It's going to be fun.
motivation,
Twang.
Yeah.
stamina,
Yeah.
you know, like all that stuff.
That's right.
It's riding your skateboard. Yeah, diet.
Yeah, diet, but
Diet.
I love rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love rice.
Okay, Marge, I question, because you decided to stop school to prioritize skating. Do you have plans on going back to school?
Now, I plano mo back og skate pero not sure nga
Kung kano saan?
kung kano sa og na ba enough time. So, I try now back nga mo kuan ko ALS kung nakadong mo about na
Alternative learning, yes,
system
yes,
nga
yes.
mag-schedule ka sa imong eskwela or kuan ka sa balay. Oh, but most focus for Olympic 2020 mga goal na to basin ako na itong gold medal through skateboarding.
Of course, yeah.
Focus na i-try yun nga makabalik sa eskwela.
Yes, that's very good news because it's still different when you have education. When you get to complete something academically. Okay, your message to your supporters, mga Cebuano, Filipinos who have supported you along the way throughout.
Sa tanan ni suporta nag-ampo para nako sa mga ni-hate na pod ato ingon nga dagang sa amin tungod ninyo nabuhat na ko sa siya sa family sa tao nga nagpalibot na ko Anthony Papaan okay ra ka din ano sa Sir Warren, Sir Brian at Isam sila initabaw na ko Coach Danny, Jeff, Jazz, my personal manager, siya nag-set sa tanan unsa si Jeff ugma ko na permi nag-motivate na ako every time nung skate ko katong nag-practice kami sa Asian Games nga bisag ila akong katawan every time nga matumba ko pero every time nga malanda ko pabalikon gyapon ko pero worth it og nag-work out kay nakuha man ang gold medal.
Of course.
So
Very much
dahil
so.
salamat.
Your message to your family. Pwede na mahila.
Ayaw na, oy! Hila na akong kahagyan. Sige, hilang. So, sa pamilya, tanan nga sacrifice. Kaya ba kung igalisod ka sa una, pasalamat ko sa Ginoo gyapon nga. Atong pamilya, tibok gyapon nga. Naiginikanan na ang suntanan, nagsinaportaay, o Kapitan Mary Andel Santos o sa tanan official sa barangay hall sa pag-welcome nila na ako diri sa Cebu Balik.
Yes, kanina, earlier today, this afternoon, Margielyn actually went back home to Lahug, and she was welcomed by thousands at the Lahug Elementary School.
So, moto, nakita na ko ba ang mga teacher? Pag-welcome nila, principal.
Sa may iyon sa imong teachers. What did your teachers tell you?
Basta ako na lang to. So, moto, niya taga, pila to ka estudyante na rito o mga maestra nga.
Grabe yung guno ang pinaabot sa mga sadyante.
Yan, abot eh, mga cute king yung mga
Yes,
bata o
yes.
katunikanta o bisayaw. Nga, sobrang happy nga. Ingatoy lang pag-welcome. O Sir Patrick, nag-set dinner para namutanan sa diri sa Yoyo's Grill. Lamig kayong bulalo o lechon.
Rice.
Okay, guys!
Rice.
Okay, did you enjoy the dinner?
Amazing.
How's it?
You look like you enjoyed it.
Gold medal.
It's cold!
That's a very nice way to
Right.
put it. Yeah. Okay, Margie, imong message sa Philippine government. What kind of support do you need leading to the Olympics?
First, ay namin pagupod ng mga police tanod o security. Na mao to kuan o ikaduha supportahin mi sa mga passion o pero ay lang sa litry nga ipausab ug unsa mi o hinaot o daghan ang skate park nila kay outdoor pati indoor kay wala ta kay sa panahon if ganahan mo og daghang medal o tagay ko porta patag medal ito kung ganahan mo go daghang medal daghang skater nga for example kapre agwa pa nako nganay na may tag magka-skate clinic every barangay bisag na po or 15 ka set up every Saturday or Sunday weekends mag-train mo
Na kay plan?
na ako'y plano nga na
Yeah, skate clinic?
ako sa unta pangampanya nga every barangay
Yes,
namoy
please.
sa tanang barangay officials nila may namoy plano nga mag-skate clinic like 10 to 15 skateboards nga nasa inyong barangay hall and every weekends pwede nga magamit sa mga kabataunan or bisag edaran open na ang skateboard sa tanang edad o mag-train mo mga bata wata kay baw sa inyong barangay day magikan atong
Ang
next gold
medal.
medalist sa skateboarding.
That's true. Sir Anthony, what's your message to the government? What kind of support do we need?
I mean, it's super simple. In Lahode today at our old school, I saw 1,000 little girls looking at Margie, admiring her, happy for her, and I'd like to be able to see any one of those girls pick up a skateboard and try skateboarding if they want to, and hopefully somehow the Philippine government can facilitate that and make that happen. That's it. Yeah.
What's the age limit for competitions?
No.
For competition?
Yes.
For like, as in the starting age? Or
Yes.
They got 9 years old
I
in
mean, yeah,
Asian
like
Games.
in Asian Games, there was a Alika from Indonesia. She's 9 years old.
I see.
Great skateboarder.
Okay.
Yeah. On the women's side, on the men's, there was a kid Ian. He was 11. Amazing skateboarder.
Maximum age. What's the
I
maximum?
think 110.
I like Sir Anthony. He's got humor.
Especially if you feel himself in Chon.
Yeah. After Lechon, I give a great interview.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But
Good thing
before-
he had Lechon earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, your message to your supporters,
Thank you, especially sa
to the Cebuanos in particular.
Cebuanos, sa tanang mga skater nga, bisag napildi ta atong first event sa SLS o second event sa wala mang pildi, naka-place ta o na-represent ang Philippines, especially Cebu o sa Lahog. Second event sa Minneapolis, wala na to nakuha ang medal. Ni-support gyapon mo, ningon mo nga, bawi ta sunod. So, karon nakabawi ta. Dahil salamat sa inyong pagsuporta o positive vibes ninyo. O magpasalamat ko sa mga sponsors.
Yes, please.
POC, PSC, MVP Sports Foundation, New Balance Turmeric Asia, A52 Skateboards, Ace Trucks, Bones Wheels, Vocum Asia, and G-Shock Hong Kong, Beats, by Dr. Ray, especially Sir Patrick, Sir Anthony, Sir Brian, Warren, Ati Sam, Coach Danny, sa tanan din ako makuha kaya daghan kayo sila. Pero ako nag-istorya, nagkapagaw na ni, pero okay kayo.
Margie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sa imong time karong gabi.
Salamat.
Salamat for this interview, for making Cebu and the Cebuanos proud, and of course for making the Philippines proud. Gold medalist in the 2018 Asian Games, Margielyn Didal, the pride of Cebu and the Philippines, and of course her mentor, coach, and new father, second father. Second father, Sir Anthony Clarabal, thank you very much for joining us and for sharing your expertise
Best food buddy.
to our athlete, because I'm sure you are a one big contribution in getting that gold medal in the
For
Asian
sure.
Games.
Well, I'd like to say one last thing.
Of course.
It takes a village, you know the saying, and Margie is a reflection of every skateboarder from Cebu who's helped her and influenced her and got her to this point. So she would not be here without the Cebu skateboarding community and all the people that helped her.
Yeah.
Everyone, all the people that she's known from when she started picking up skateboard to now, that's reflected in who she is, and it's all from here from Cebu. So, thank you, Cebu skateboarding.
Thank you very much again to the two of you, Margielyn Didal, our gold medalist, and of course, Sir Anthony Clarabal. We wish you the very best of luck leading to the Olympics.
Thank
and
you.
once again, who knows, we'll get the gold medal again in the Olympics.
Sight is high. Sight is high.
Thank you very much, Margie. Congratulations once again. And of course, to all of you who supported her, congratulations. And thank you very much for joining us tonight. This is Jobert Alta, the online editor of the Freeman. Thank you very much. See you again next time here in the Freeman Conversations.